Hey Nick, can I just disable the envelope? Can we do that? Config. VCA envelope. Active. None. Done. Huzzah. Hey Jake. So I guess theoretically, it should be producing a sound, right? Theoretically. I'd kind of like to test that theory. Yep. Hey, yeah, poke your eyes out. Yeah, there's a bunch of us. We're around. Weirdly enough, I've met more synth nerds from like the DeKalb area, like way out west in the middle of farmland. But it's also Jason from the airplane. Nice. NAM Flight 2025. Yeah, so when you turn off the VCA envelope on here, right? Then we get just this like really, really lovely, just raucous wavetable tone. And it's really quite wonderful to behold, to be honest. Um I have no idea where today is gonna go. I keep thinking I should take some time and kind of more deep dive. Yeah, I'm in Northwest, up yonder, McHenry County, McHenry County. So here, step one, throw this guy through a VCA. Okay, all right, okay. And then step two, we'll throw this this dude into the. Actually, I think a short cable will reach. This is gonna, yeah. This is gonna go into the Versio. Yeah, Barrington's not too far from me. This Versio is the Ruina Versio. You know what's really good at? Ruining things. No, it's a really honestly, it's one of the few distortion modules that I've played with, tried, so on, that I was like, ooh, I actually think that sounds really good. Oftentimes things sound, I don't know, too trebly, too something. Like every distortion box is like, we're the most extreme. Blah! This one feels more controlled, but still kind of nutty, which I'm all about. Let's do that. I'm like, we hear nothing, but that's because. All right. No, I'm thinking maybe this week sometime if I can get here midweek, I need to do a vector like deep dive stream because I know myself, and the only thing that's going to force me to sit down and learn something is if I do it on camera, which is super dumb and my brain is broken. But I acknowledge that. All right, let's come back to this. Okay, so step one is going to be to do something to the incoming tone here. It does like LFOs. It enjoys them thoroughly. Dude! Hey, Sean. You too, man. That's just the dimension. Okay, sweeping through like wave folding and stuff like that. Yeah, well, it was good to be on in the morning and like see people's stuff. Like I usually, I think it was what, Friday, so I was at work and you happened to be on, and I was like, hey, I got some time. Okay, so what we need to do is give this guy a couple of notes. I'm thinking maybe Sig would be good, because it can just kind of meander. So if we give it a little, like, good amount of C, and then some G, and some, like, A flat, and some a little bit of D flat. Put it on, like, 2-hole notes and a little bit of 1-hole note, like, speed-wise. We need to turn down our actual official clock here. Put it at, like, 70. Nice and chonky. A nice chonky clock. Okay, and then... Oh, wait. I can't. Because that thing is connected to the vector. Well, that's easy enough. So what we do is we go to part 7. Alright, first of all, let's reset some shit here. Reset, 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 reset. Unmute everybody, except 2. Alright, part 2, let's make this guy kind of slow. Actually, I'm going to put it in the... PCT, which is the percentage of the beat. Okay, so no, I want to use speed. Alright, which I think lower is slower. So let's go to like C3 for this, and basically what I'm going to do is put C, G, A flat and E flat in here, and maybe a high C, and maybe a B flat, and then put it on random. And we could do some stuff with yo, why are you so slow, bro? Let's just put it on, like, whole note. Keep it easy. Now we're gonna have to filter this, too. This is 100% wet. It's a little nuts. It's a little nuts, right? I think honestly it's getting too complex of a signal. And so the resultant is just mud. Maybe then the best thing to do is just to completely skip that for now, and we'll use it for something else. And we'll go into... Actually, let's go... Will you reach? Are you going to reach? You had better reach. You son of a bitch. You don't reach. Not... At least not in a healthy way. Let's see here. We'll go into the Bionic Luster filter, and then I'm gonna hook that into straight into a mixer channel here, I think. Don't really need... Well, we'll just leave it hooked up for now because, you know, why not? We might end up using it for something else, so... You there? Do you exist? Yeah, I don't really want it there. That's what I want. What's odd is it's really not that stereo right now. I think I can go in and maybe mess with unison a little bit. It's already got 5 voices, and the spread is up. There we go. Now we're stereo. Okay, so... Alright, 2 modulation sources. That's what we need. One of them is going to go into the VCA. And I think that's going to be my green trace here, which is this sloths right here. Then I think the other one is going to be the slowest of the sloths. Just going into the cutoff control of the filter. So, like, between those two, it's going to kind of just churn around. Yeah. Yeah, there it is. Hi. Let's crank up reverb time and delay time also. All right, that's going to be part. That's going to be a nice happy drone kind of part thing. I'm like, should I do the same with part 8? That'd be cool to have like a sub bass, but the problem is then they're not going to track random at the same time. So what I'd need to do is somehow split the MIDI signal to go into both places, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do that in the time allotted here, so, like, or at all, you know. And boy, are his arms tired. Okay. Let's do a little sig thing like I was going to. How about that? We'll go kind of mostly C, a little bit of G, a little bit of A flat, a little bit of E flat, and basically same slow rhythms. Now the thing is, I'm gonna turn up rest, which essentially means that it's gonna be sort of interwoven with, you know, silence. And this guy is gonna go to the plume. The plume. And I think what I want to do is maybe use, let's use the carry for this guy. Man, if I could actually play didgeridoo, that would be nice, but I can't. I have one, but it's gigantic. It's not a learner's dig. It's like, oh, if you've been playing for 30 years and you're an ancient native man or something and you can circular breathe, then cool, perfect, but I can't. Oh, that sounds just great. Do like sweeping the format on there. It's
It pleases me. It pleases me greatly, indeed.
all right. No, the thing is, we need to go higher than that. Okay, and you can lock tuning, which I love. There. Oh, that sounds great. Okay, now, if we take the Treg, and which we'll try it directly and go straight into the VCA. So now it should just go ting. Or it will do nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Oh! It existed. Just for a moment. It's not long enough. Okay, this is gonna be gross and loud. I'll have to turn it down. So, let's put it into a real short little envelope guy here, because that's too long. Like a nice pingy ping ping thing, and then we'll do that instead. And then we'll put it through a shit ton of delay and reverb, because that's what we do here, you know. if it exists.
Feels like I'm hearing nothing at all.
Stupid, sexy Flanders. Okay, are we do can you are you triggering? Are you gonna be like one of those like so that's what we should hear. I was like, yeah, we should hear like a nice ping, like a sonar ping almost. In fact, let's crank the time. Yeah. That's what I was looking for, you know? In fact, maybe no delay, just a ton of reverb. A metric ton. Well, it's either not getting a trigger from the SIG, which does happen. It's really annoying. It's like it's not enough voltage to trigger some sources, and it seems like it's not... You know, I learned this already. I've done this before. This is all like a repeat in my brain, which is stupid. So, like, just, like, figure it out, man. Just do the thing. Just pre-patch yo shit there. So we have to run it through another envelope to turn this trigger into an actual trigger that is workable, which is super dumb. We could just skip that step entirely also and just go, here's our thing. Okay, and we'll put the shape way on that side and we'll crank the time. So it should just go ting and do a thing. There you go. Good job, buddy. Good one. Crank the time up, crank the shape even more. Yeah. We're getting some funky, like, distortion in there, but then that's where the filter's gonna come in, right? I think maybe I just need like a good warm C, you know? Just like going like the whole time, fading in and out perhaps. 4,000 ways of doing that. The easy way would be, let's just use a chainsaw, because, you know, why wouldn't you? We need a filter with some input gain. Good amount of it too. Let's go... Let's use this one instead. Just do the dope for stereo filter up here. Because it does enjoy nice, happy chainsaw. That might be a nice modulation. Since we're doing all this slothy kind of stuff. Take the fast sloths and put that into the CFM, which is one of the frequency modulations. Yeah, yell too loud. Okay, so the thing is, though, it's playing a D. Maybe it was playing an E flat and it was really, really flat. I don't know. Whatever it was not great. Let me check the tuning on this guy again. Yeah, that's not a C. Like, what? Now I can lock the tuning. Okay. Should be hearing. I was gonna say we should be hearing something from this voice, but it's like being filtered down, so it's kind of invisible right now. Which is kind of the point. There we go. Hi. Alright, now, the vector is running, so I want to take advantage of one of the gates here and trigger a... I'm going to trigger a burst generator here. And I think... let's put that in this guy. No. Instead, I'm going to put it into this guy. I want to use the shark tooth waveform here. Right? And then, what I'm going to do is duplicate that burst generator. Use it as filter mod. Right? Theoretically, it should just be like meow, meow, meow. Or not at all. So then, what I really should do then is dupe this trigger, have it trigger a second envelope. So rather than this, can use that second envelope to do, I don't know, filter frequency maybe, maybe VCA. Let's try it on filter frequency first. Okay, that was weird. It's not what I expected. Why is it suddenly like a low note? What? Okay, that's a little bit better to work with. Let's crank up octave though. What? You should still be getting burst generator, Mr. Oscillator. Let's try the exponential CV instead, which is a little bit more of like an FM kind of a thing. Huh? Oh, I know what's happening. It's so low normally, or it's so high when it hits the burst generator that it's like out of range of human hearing. So if we put it ultra low, it's actually kind of cool. Okay, let's throw that into the things. This is one reason that I dislike the ZDSP is it doesn't normalize the inputs. It's like a true stereo processor, so it's like you have to duplicate the input in order to actually just even use it, which is wild. It's a wild way of doing things, I guess. I don't know. More like it's just sort of unlike anything else. Alright, now I want a nice, thick, long reverb. Do it. Okay, we'll kind of let that just sort of meander along. Do its thing and add its voice to that of the others. The others. Okay, hang on. Before we throw all this stuff together and start getting all gooey and stuff like that, let's make our nice, happy Rhodes R-bar thing. All right. I think slow notes that don't overlap a huge amount. Okay, so hi. So yeah, I'm gonna hit the R bar record. Okay, so there's the first layer. And so each one, it's going to get a little bit more complex and add a little bit more actual chord tones to it. So second one, and now. And now fourth one. And the fifth one. And the sixth one. So that's got the most low notes in it. So, like, kind of thinking about, like, you know, your layers on your R bar, or maybe it's your morphogene. I don't know what you got in your thing. But, you know, use it as like a progression, like choosing what to put in your buffers, in your grains, in your things. You know. Yeah, I got spoiled because last week it turned into a 4-day weekend. It was great. We had Monday off, and then Tuesday we had a cold day. Just like accidental relaxo vacation time. And now it's like, now you have a full week. Boo. This is yet another storm that shall be weathered. Hey, you know what I think might be a really, really winning combination? You know what it would be? Do you know what it would be? It would be the R bar going into a filter. Which filter? Which one? Which one is it? Who will it be? It's gonna be the Nano Modules ST Font Liquid Filter, the new one. I used that on bass on Friday, and I think I kind of love it now. I think it's kind of one of my favorites. Certainly, like, top 3 in my rack, right? Like, it's gotta be. I don't know what number 1 would be. Probably the Neutron. I got a thing for stereo filters, in case you couldn't tell. You know. Fortunately, they're way up there yonder. They need large cables. This should make some really, really nice gooey chords, I'm going to say. So, first of all, we need to animate that their playback head. And I think I'm going to go with like a really randomized LFO here. So we'll do one channel of this. We'll just put it on like linear. This is the stochastic function generator. This is like a 4-channel maths with range. Okay. So what you do is you set a minimum and a maximum rise time and fall time, and it kind of picks and chooses from within those. You can shut that off also. You can just like turn one higher than the other, and then it just does its thing normally. It's just like, so you can use it as an envelope or an LFO or a slew limiter or all kinds of crazy crap, you tell ya. Gate generator, because each channel, when it triggers a cycle, it also sends out a gate, and you got end of cycle and end of rise for like each dude. It's super powerful. People are like, maths. Come on, man. Although maths is half the price. It's the same size. I have been in the International Space Station for 74,000 rotations. Is the ISS on a geosynchronous orbit? I don't think it is. Where's my sound? Because I have no frequency up. Oh, that's a little much, you know? Yeah, gain up too high. Hi, is there level? Do you have a level for me? Maybe? Did it just, like, distort the input like it seems like it enjoys doing sometimes? Mode. We could put it in, like, a band S. See, this might be a little bit too slow, to be completely honest. Although, honest, maybe that's good. Maybe it just needs a good old standard LFO, because that does work. It works well with the R-bar. Yeah, I know, that was hilarious. It's like an Eventide rack, like a harmonizer rack unit. This will look high-tech. People won't know what it is. Use that. I don't know, the analog to digital converters are not quite technologically advanced enough to deal with this signal. We need 192 kilohertz, 32-bit floating point to process this. Well, I am a studio nerd and a gear slut, so it hit home. Let's put it that way. Plus, I'm a movie buff. This is not loud enough. Why isn't this, like, R-bar? Why do you betray me? Okay, now we need something to scan through. Oh, also we can give it that negative voltage sweetness, which is the wet-only reverb. Now, we can do something. What we need is something really slow to track through the layers. Okay, and I'm thinking the slowest of the sloths. Although I never use this poor guy that I put in the 1U space in my rack. I should just use him. There. Hi. That's a little too much reverb. Oh, Jesus Lord. Was it Divine meeting Richard Divine? Okay, a little bit of res. See, man. What is going on? Oh, it's on wild. That's why. God damn it. My God, that's beautiful. Yeah, Rick, there are... I'm trying to slowly encourage... I hope he's not watching. I doubt it. He's probably coming home from NAMM, too. Signals Music, Jake, to build himself a modular guitar rig. But he's just not into that kind of thing. Well, okay, so Simon, my Rhodes... This is loud enough. My Rhodes that I have behind me is not a real strong signal. It's probably a little bit stronger than a typical electric guitar, but really not by much. That's just going into my mixer, and then a copy of the headphone output is being dumped into here. So it's like basically kind of direct. Oh, yeah. Speaking of quad drum, man, I need to sit down and do something with that. I need more sounds on there. This is sweet. This sounds really nice. Now we need to modulate that filter. So let's take a different slow sloths. The second slowest one. I'm going to stick that into the frequency in. Turn up the CV a little bit. And then try to maybe kind of center this where I want the center to be on that knob. We're on a high pass right now. Well, I'll tell you what, if you don't have the money to spend on Moog gear, which, like, honestly, whom of us does? Although I have a subharmonicon and a labyrinth and that, you know, all kinds of random shit, but, like, I used to have OG Moog gear. I had an MG1 and I had a Mini Moog, like, way back in the day. This was, when was this? 30 years ago, maybe? I had an ARP 2600, orange face. Everything broke, and I ended up selling stuff for, like, super dirt cheap. And I don't really regret it, to be honest. But the Behringer, what's it called? The Boog. Behringer Mini? Is that it? Something like that? It's a direct copy of a Mini Moog. And it's like $200 or $300. It's fantastic. It's an amazing, amazing synth, and you should definitely get one. I think it would be a great start into your modular journey. And it makes me want to, like, use mine. Model D. Thank you, Nick. Thank you. My brain is just like, it's gone. Vocabulary? Here, have some. Let's crank up some bus reverb on this. This is really lovely. You know what would make this sound even lovelier? Would be just a root C. Oh Lord, I just spewed. Hey, John. Yeah, the Behringer Model D. I have one behind me. I should just grab it and hook it up. It's a wondrous, wondrous little synth. Let's do it. Hang on. I was like, I must have an easy way to do this. And I'm like, yes, I do. Hang on. Come on, little Model D. You're gonna get used.
Oh boy! Oh boy! I'm gonna get used!
Where's my paintbrush? Aha! I have a very large paintbrush for dusting. It's actually not bad. Oh, never mind. It was kind of bad. It has been sitting on a shelf for months. Poor little guy. Poor little dude. We gotta use our synths. That's why I'm starting to dump gear, because I feel bad owning things that I don't use. Yeah, man, all those factory cities in China, and there's a number of them. But I think their stuff is made in Shenzhen, which has a lot of different companies, you know, with factories in it. So, but yeah, I think Shenzhen is where their stuff is made. I mean, here's the thing, right? I know the company itself and their marketing, and sometimes their persona is like shady as fuck. And it's really dumb. Now, here's a fun fact, by the way. Here's a fun fact. So this is the power to 4MS pod case. It is the exact same size and polarity as the ones that Behringer uses for all of their gear, and as the ones that Moog uses for all of their gear. It's all like universal barrel size and everything, and that makes me happy. Dude, there's no room for this thing. But wait, hang on. This is why we have 197 HP skiff. You little fuckers, you can go somewhere else. Here, hang out there for a little while. Old man reading glasses, I should just put those on. Because I'm an old man and I need reading glasses at times. So, there we go. Here's our boy. So I think a fun thing would be to just hook up like a nice 7-note little arpeggio from a melodizer. That would be kind of cool. Okay, and let's see. Can we do that? Well, let's hook up some audio first. That would probably be a good idea, if you know what I mean. Oh, I'm so sorry. Not really. People burp. It happens. You don't like it, you can... I don't know. I got nothing. Do we have any sound at all? Cut off frequency, that's thing. It's envelope amount. Filter mode, filter modulation. Let's turn that off for now. This. Okay. Alright, so our oscillators are here. The thing is, it's not getting a signal right now to turn a note on. So, that's fine, because we don't really need that. Actually, I could hook it into the vector. Hey, Nick, do you think that would work? Do you think if I took a USB-A cable into the boog, and then the other end into the vector, does it become a control thing? Because that's sort of like the control out of you know, of USB. Okay. Let's do a really simple thing here then. Let's okay, I'm gonna take this. Yeah, let's wire this voice up. Let's just try to get it working here. Should. So this guy's going to an envelope. Right, Zadar channel. And we're gonna put this on the loudness CV first. I can kind of hear it. It's just giving a little pop. Okay, so what we need is CV now for the note. But I feel like I should probably duplicate the loudness thing and also make it go to the filter. So let's take this output from das Envelope and we duplicate it and we put this side into the cutoff CV, but we use cables that make more sense, you see. Because this doesn't. Oh, and it doesn't reach either direct. You son of a bitch. Figures. Now I gotta break my color scheme. Not that it matters, because we got colored lights. Alright. I'm determined to make this work now. But it's not. Nothing's working. Why isn't it working? Okay. Loudness contour gate. There we go. Wait, you existed for a bit. You existed! Success! I would rather use this as just a straight gate control, you know? Let's just bypass this shit completely and just take the straight gate out. That way we can use the built-in envelopes, and that's a little easier. So then this goes into gate control. Oh yeah. Not bad for pulling it off of a shelf after 6 months. Hey, Jethro. Now, in the spirit, let's take that overall cutoff CV and modulate it by the same thing that we've got a bunch of other stuff going in, which is this first slothy guy up here. So it'll just flex up and down. Yes, I have all three oscillators right now. Mine started, I'm 53, and so I took piano lessons from about age 6. And my teacher played me switched on Bach, for one thing. For the other thing, my dad was an electronics engineer, and he was always interested in sound and, like, music-making devices. He was not musically, like, taught anything, but he would build shit on, like, old computers in the late 70s and early 80s. Like, music-playing things. And I grew up building circuits and stuff, and... Like, bro. That's a cool drone from that dimension. That's really neat. Kind of angry. You notice the filter swelled at the same time that that thing turned up? Yeah, there's a couple of modular synth video games on Steam, I believe. They're like, you have to learn patching and like the basics of synthesis to progress to the next level and shit. It's like pretty interesting. Yes, Jethro. Nice. Hey, Jared. Welcome. Also, I forgot to mention that. Needs more delay. Ask and you shall receive. I was afraid that would happen, Jason. Stuff's about reliable enough to occasionally get you a text. Fret not, my friends. Because my R bar is completely filled right now. Yeah, my 1U section is right through here. Half of it is taken up by the Zork's distribution strip. I think that's like 64 HP or 84 HP. It's really, really big. Motion meter, SVF, sloth, and then the gold master from like mastering compressor. Yeah, I had it out for a while. It's probably going to get replaced with a Stardust, but not until a week or two from now. Something's out of tune and gross. Could be the boog. Could be the dimension again. Oh no, that's the R-bar. Yeah, Stardust looks like a lot more of what I had in mind when I got the Luba. That's some disgusting clipping coming from this little filter. I'm gonna sub that out real quick. I kind of like it, and I kind of don't. E490. No, wrong. Input. That guy goes there. This guy goes there.
That was silly. That ending was silly.
But effective. Hey, good job, little Boog. Boog. I know it's Moog. I still call it Moog. I still say Moogly when I refer to my pseudonym. There you go. Fun fact of the day. It's still creeping back. It's creeping back in. Oh, it's the R-bar part. It's still there. That's a really, really nice sound, by the way. I'm just going to say. It's a real, real nice sound. Okay, one. Oh, no, they do. No, they don't. I was like, do these trim pots have a center detent? I can't tell. They're still a little bit stiff. I don't think they do. Dang it. I really wish they did, but whatever. No, they definitely don't. They're just stiff. Stiff with disuse, because I only had it a while. So, yeah, that filter plus the R-bar is a winning combination right there. Anyways, that was a fun little thing. I like these ones where it gets more like interactive. Like I don't just have a track doing transpositions. I'm just doing it by hand, and that's fun. And that's where the melodizers start to shine. Because they've got the, you know, these two main parts. This guy, and then the one that I had in the Boog. So yeah. Anyways, hey, thanks for joining me. Midweek streams are always an option. I'm gonna try. I'm kind of aiming for maybe Tuesday. Seems reasonable. Might just do like try to do a bit of a deep dive into the vector, and yeah, learn some things. Anyways, good night, y'all. Thanks for coming.